It's Thursday night, so you guys know what that means. It's another episode here with the Hockey Squirrel where we give away free hockey bets. And how's it going there, Squirrel?
Hey, buddy, pretty good. Took an absolute ass beating on Tuesday as my free picks not only kind of got torched, but so did the rest of my card, and had a bounce back day yesterday, going 3-1, and I hit a pretty large underdog on the Arizona Coyotes to finish off the night. So, pretty good one there, and just kind of watching things as they develop after the All-Star break, and kind of getting back into the hockey swing. So. Got a couple more bets here today, and I think you had something to say for what we're doing today.
Nice. Yeah, no, very good. Unfortunately, as you said on Tuesday, you did kind of get a beating here, and the supporters here on Winning Bets, felt that. We obviously went 0-2 here on the show, but hey, everybody knows that that's part of the game. Your long-term track record obviously speaks for itself. So we'll take that little bump in the road, and we'll look forward to cashing with these bets for tonight. And we're going to do something on today's show that we've never done before. So make sure you stay tuned all the way through the duration of the show to catch on what the surprise is. But with that being said, how's the hockey slate look for tonight, and how many bets are we going to roll with there tonight there, Squirrel?
It looks interesting today. It looks very fun, and I think most nights do for me, especially being such a passionate hockey fan as I am. But two bets, but really maybe three.
Okay, two
we'll
bets.
allude to
Maybe
the
three. All right.
we'll allude to the surprise. But game number one, I really, since last night, have liked the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the line is at least moving in the correct direction, which is something that I like to get confirmation on. So if you are an early game bettor where you like those early line value lines or whatnot, you may know that there's danger in doing so, right? Because you don't have goalie confirmations, especially nowadays. You don't know who has COVID, who's going to be in or out of the lineup, if injuries are going to sneak up, things like that. So I like getting confirmations, and not only is the money all over the Columbus Blue Jackets on the money line, the data model also shows that we should be liking the Columbus Blue Jackets for a variety of reasons, and especially that away versus home statistics, where expected goals for per 60, we have 3 goals expected coming from the Blue Jackets to just under 2 from the Sabres. Defensively, maybe not as great on the road, but I will certainly take the better offense over a little bit of rough defending. And when I look at the rosters, I don't feel as though I'm being slighted in the defense, if that makes sense, with Zach Werenski, Gavrikov, Bayreuther, Peaky or Peak. I've heard it a couple different ways. I can never, there's different announcers that say names different ways. I know you love your names, don't you?
Right. I was gonna say, how are you getting the Russians right and Ukrainians right, but you're gonna miss Peak?
I don't know. I've heard it Andrew Peaky and Andrew Peak. I hate when there's multiple different pronunciations, or especially when guys get traded teams, the new announcers will say their name entirely different. So it's like, I've been watching somebody for 3 years and I'm used to calling them something, and now it's a different pronunciation all of a sudden. But so back to this though, I don't feel that I'm being cheated in the defensive pairings. I feel like this is a pretty solid team top to bottom. I mean, even by now, probably every time I do one of these videos, I talk about the center depth. And the reason that is important is because you want to obviously win faceoffs so that you control the puck, because controlling the puck, controlling the ball, or, whatever sport you're in, possession time is very important, because generally it translates into more time on attack, more shots on goal, more high danger chances, and generally more scoring opportunity. Not that always translates into more scoring, but I will definitely take more chances with a team that I perceive to be a little bit deeper than the Buffalo Sabres, and we'll get to that roster as well. And Merzlikins is the confirmed goaltender here today, which I really, really do like him as the goaltender against Dustin Tokarski, even though, surprisingly, the numbers are fairly close from what I saw when I was looking at them last night for the goaltenders. But just in previous years, what I've watched from at least Merzlikins, I would consider him to be the stronger goaltender here. Really, I think the biggest thing you're missing in injuries is Alexander Texier. And Jake Bean, I believe, is one of the better defenders on this team also that you'll be missing, but still a full enough roster, a full enough team, good enough goaltending, and better expected offensive numbers that lead me to want to take them. And the numbers or the money distribution would fully agree with that too. I mean, I think there's like 90% of the money on this side of the game, which, at least the line has moved from around even odds to, I think, just over minus 110 roughly now. Should be around the best line you can get for the Blue Jackets.
All right, so Blue Jackets up against the Sabres, and we're on the Blue Jackets money line, and I just got it while you were talking at minus 111 over at FanDuel, so that's what we'll use right there, minus 111 over at FanDuel. Blue Jackets over those Sabres tonight. I'm a Bills fan, as everybody knows, so obviously I know of the Sabres. Boy, they suck. They've sucked forever. Even when they got Eichel, they sucked. I got no problem fading the Sabres on this one, so let's go Blue Jackets. Now let's get to our surprise. Let's do something on this show that we've never done before. Take it away, Zan, or Hockey Squirrel. My bad.
So good. So the thing we've never done, the thing that I don't normally do, is a 2-team parlay. And really the significance, especially of 2-team parlay, is especially in professional betting, you don't really want to go over 2-team parlay because you begin to give up such a massive house edge, right? But when you find two things, whether they're dependent or independent of each other, meaning they're the same game parlay, or they don't really stack on one another. So in this case, it's really a independent parlay because we're looking at two different money lines, so two completely separate games, and they are very heavy favorites, which rather than taking a puck line where you have to win by 2 goals, taking a 60-minute line where you're still paying a lot of juice and you have to win in regulation, or laying over minus 200, we're going to take both of these games, parlay them together, and still get slightly plus odds. Was it plus 104, something like that you said you got?
Yeah, we're going to, plus 104 once you reveal the two teams, but yep, plus 104.
Okay, cool. So at plus 104, I'm going to parlay the Washington Capitals and the St. Louis Blues on the money line. And the reason I'm doing this is obviously the Canadiens have not been good, and their goaltending situation to me is one of the worst aspects of this team. Whether it's been Montembeault or Caden Primo, does not really matter to me who we get for goaltender, as again, it's a bit funny, but I do refer to players like that as wet paper tissues in the net. So we're looks like we're missing Alex Ovechkin here today, which I'm not overly concerned about because of the opponent. I'm a little surprised that he's not here because he had COVID, he was in COVID protocols, not that he had COVID. So he missed the All-Star game, and then he was cleared to play in the lineup in the last game, and now he's out again this game with, I don't know exactly what. Let's take a look. He's not eligible to travel because it's in Canada. That's why. Because of the COVID protocol, they're very strict. And they're so strict, actually, that Montreal doesn't have any fans still in their arena. So we're kind of back to how it looked when they played in the bubbles, if you remember a year or two ago when they were doing the playoffs and stuff. So it's just tarps over the seats. But still, it's a veteran enough roster, and they have enough speed. And as we've talked about before as well, the big bodies of this team, especially in Tom Wilson, especially what would be in Alex Ovechkin, John Carlson in the defense, big slap shots, a lot of speed, especially even from like Hagelin and Kuznetsov, and the chemistry of these guys have been together, a lot of them, for so long that I just don't foresee the Montreal Canadiens taking them out when they can't beat significantly weaker teams, even without Alex Ovechkin or TJ Oshie in the lineup. Could it happen? Absolutely. And that's the weirdness of sports. It's the reason that, again, a plus 400 or plus 500 in the Coyotes can beat the Colorado Avalanche, and it does happen every so often. But that is why we're not laying the minus 220 or whatever it is for either of these teams, right? So then the Blues at home, just so dominant, so incredibly strong, to have such a deep lineup with O'Reilly, Buchnevich picked up now this year, Jordan Kyrou, who surprisingly beat McDavid in the fastest skater event at the skills competition. So that was quite the surprise. Tarasenko, I mean, just guy after guy, line after line. And, with the Devils lineup still missing Jack Hughes, even if he was in, they're just such a young team and such a light team that I don't think they really stand too much of a chance going into St. Louis to play that heavy of a roster and to have still third or fourth string goaltending without Mackenzie Blackwood or Bernier. And no Dougie Hamilton. It's just, I mean, it's one of those games where, again, it should be an absolute beatdown, and sometimes it doesn't go that way. But again, you try to do your best with saving yourself some points in the odds, and that's the reason for the parlay today.
Hey, I like it. In baseball, I don't really take a lot of run lines. Can a team win by 2? Sure. But if you like two teams really strong on that money line, and to your point, they're over minus 200 on each one, just drop them each in a little bit of a parlay. And, well, like you said, we get that at plus 104. So, yeah, I like that right there. All right, so we're taking the Caps on the road, and we're taking the Blues at home and a money line parlay at plus 104. So we got 3 winners tonight, 2 bets, 3 winners. All right, look forward to tonight's hockey slate. Give me something to do with you. I only gave out 2 basketball bets, so now I've got 5 games to keep my eye on. I'm excited now. All right, cool.
Okay, yeah. I'll have to check those out and get those in also. So,
what's also going on tonight? I know there's a big hockey slate. Anything else going on for your members over at hockeysquirrel.com?
Yeah, a lot of interesting matchups, a lot of fun games today. Obviously, things like the parlay that are fun that we just gave out here, but I do have additional bets as usual on the website and for the membership. So yeah, I mean, just the kind of the usual, just getting back into hockey. I'm glad that we have hockey, and that's really about it. We're about halfway through the season, so I think 2 months or just over 2 months of the regular season left too. So still lots of time to hop on the membership if you're interested. So.
Yep, and get on over to hockeysquirrel.com. All that information, including also his YouTube and Twitter information, is in this video description. 3-1 last night. It's heating up. Hot year also. Already up over 15 units up on the 2022 calendar year. Get over to hockeysquirrel.com and check it out. All right, we look forward to cashing these 2 bets tonight and seeing you back on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend, and thanks for the bets, man.
Sounds good, man.
Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.